Yeah. You can sort out what you don't want.
I don't know why he did that.
Up, 7 o'clock. Meeting called to order. Join me for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Pledge of
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to say a little prayer, please. We pray we will be able to work as a team. Give us the wisdom to foresee the needs of our community and make decisions that will best serve our township. Amen. Who's recording?
I'm recording.
Okay, and who else is recording? We are, and you are. Okay. Okay, we have meeting minutes October 1st and September 2nd, if you want to review them and see if they seem okay to you. Terry and I already looked at them. Everybody have enough time to review them? I make a motion to accept the meeting minutes from October 1st and September 2nd.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we don't have any financial reports printed up because right now we're in between treasurers. Monthly expenses,
All right, we got one here from All the Value, $535.54. Gannon Associates for $3,658. Roscoe's Garage for $62. WOC Fuel for $1602.50. Radco Supply, $363.84. Says,
oh, that is not a bill. Nope.
okay, East Smithfield Hardware, $41.49. Andronis,
I don't know how to say it, so.
$9,361.68. Is that gravel?
It says up top.
Got me cinders or
It's either
stone.
cinders or black cinders.
DeCristo Incorporated,
That's first, number 3, I think. Yeah, 3 minus.
so you want this price? Yeah. $16,701.21. Are these more?
Yeah. These are from the state account.
Wyslack Sand and Gravel, $8,398.74.
Sarah.
Who?
Sarah,
Sarah?
the secretary, Sarah.
Andrew Lonis,
Yeah, it says what it is right there. You can read it, it's real small.
yeah, 1B Stone.
Yeah.
That was $5,474.42. The same company again for Red Cinders,
Red centers, yep.
$8,844.33.
And that's just the instruction sheet, I believe. Yep, that's it.
That's it then.
That's it for that. I'd like to make a motion that we accept and pay the monthly expenses.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And actually, we're all done now with aggregate. And those closed out our bids. Transfers. Let's see, 10,000 from general to payroll. From general checking to the equipment fund, $400. From general checking to the equipment fund again, $137.47. From the general checking to the payroll checking, another 10,000. And that's the transfers. I make a motion that we accept the transfers.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Bobby, road crew report.
We're hoping for some rain so we can do some fall grading. We started, then it got so dry that just you couldn't do nothing. As you heard, all the bills for the cinders, all that, everything is here that was allocated in the bid. The truck, the new truck is at Watson's. It's supposed to be in the shop tomorrow. The box, the plate, the plow, everything is here for it. So as of this morning, that was gonna go in and be retrofitted starting tomorrow.
Okay.
4 to 6 weeks, tentatively, we should have that.
In time for snow, hopefully.
Let's hope we don't have any snow.
No.
We rebuilt the chipper, so hopefully that thing's good to go now. We run it for an hour, hour and a half today, and it seemed to be all right. And we're working on a physical inventory, updating the inventory list, taking off what we don't have, what's missing, what have you. So
Okay.
hope we'll have that by the first of the year, I'm hoping.
Alrighty. Thank you, Bob. Old business, Mormon Lake. That project is done and paid for. And actually, the dirt and gravel, Joe continues mailing us out a check today for what we put into it, because they gave us half up front, and now they gave us the balance, so we'll be getting that in the mail, he said. Okay, the old boom mower, we were gonna advertise it on municipal bid because Smithfield hadn't got back to us. Well, just before we were gonna advertise it, Smithfield got back to us. So they did buy it, and they were the original ones that we were gonna sell it to anyway, but it's just, it took us a long time getting back to us. So we sold it to them for $900, and that went into the equipment fund. The Miller Pond Bridge. The beaver dam is gone. That was what we were supposed to get rid of. Miss Montrose, she took care of the beaver dam and dismantled it and cleaned it all up. So they're gonna come back in 6 months just to make sure they didn't rebuild it. And we've been going up checking too to make sure that they haven't started building it again. Miller Pond Dam, the ownership is still being decided on that, so that's still in limbo. Sorter eggs, I went to their appeal the end of September because they were appealing code inspections decision not to give them an agricultural permit. Well, they did appeal it through COG and they won the appeal. So now they're going to be able to have an agricultural permit. Purchase of a new boom mower. We talked about this before. We just changed the blades, so it's still the same price. It came to $42,966.00. It didn't change the price of the mower at all. Cummings Road, we're looking good for a low volume grant with that road. Joe Catrini said we should know by the end of this month, but it's looking promising, he said. That's, he couldn't commit, but it is looking promising.
Low volume or dirt and gravel?
Dirt and gravel, but he said it's gonna be a low volume project. Like, it'll be dirt and gravel, but it'll be the low volume. Creek cleanup. Luke was working on that, and he's gonna give me his contacts, but he hasn't had a chance to give them to me yet. So that's still in the works. AI database, okay. Went to a meeting the other day, and the commissioners were talking about it. It's gonna take a lot of energy, they said, a lot of energy, a lot of gas to operate this thing. And they're gonna have a special meeting to be announced, and you were there too, Mr.
Yeah.
Baker, at the same
Yeah.
meeting. He said he'll let us know when they're gonna have the AI meeting.
More or less,
and-
it's gonna be
know?
an ongoing process
Yeah.
because, needing to, as they said, we got caught behind the curve when it came to the gas industry coming in. Said, we're not gonna get caught behind the curve with the AI database projects because we are, as they had gone to, I think they said they went to meetings in Harrisburg and Washington, and they said, we are one of the prime locations, not Ridgebury, but Bradford County is a prime location because the commissioners years ago started putting in fiber optic, communications, and between that, the natural gas, and just general location to everything, we are a prime area. And so they're trying to find out more about what it is that that these companies are gonna be looking for. And is Ridgebury a target point, or are they talking more where there's more wide open flat spaces? These projects are huge and extensive, and they take a lot of water, they take a lot of energy, and there's a certain amount of infrastructure. So it's one of those things where there's a lot of information to be found out, and they're working on learning it, and they're going to pass it on to supervisors and anybody else who wants to know throughout the county.
Yeah. And I'll be sure to let you know, if you don't tell you, I'll let you know as soon as we get an email or something.
Did they give you any indication how they get all that water?
That's part of the, figuring it out. I don't know if trucking it in or just sucking it out of the ground, I think this reminds me a lot of the whole business with the CAFOs years ago with, concentrated animal farms with the concerns about the water there. One of the things is a lot of the CAFOs learned how to recycle the water better, how to, use better water management. And I think that's what a lot of these databases are gonna have to learn, otherwise they're going to find themselves into a real pickle. Yeah, you can offer just so much money, but after a while, people say, we don't care. So so right now, they're trying to learn fast, and that's the big thing. But because we have fiber optic, unlike a lot of the counties in Pennsylvania are only doing the satellite, like the Starlink, we actually have fiber optic, and they were working on that years ago, and as they were saying, they just got a new grant to help expand it farther and push it to even more corners of the county.
Yeah, and they said that Bradford County is the only county that every single township signed up for broadband. And
Yeah.
they said that was a real plus for us, for the Bradford County. So there's more to come on that when we know more.
And that's gonna be a big thing because it means potentially more jobs, but also more headaches.
Yes, true. Solar farms ordinance, we're still kind of reviewing that. We have like a half a dozen of them we're looking at.
And the county's looking at it too, because they're saying, once again, possibly big business, possibly big headache,
Yeah.
because one of the problems is some of these solar farms are pulling out and leaving hazardous materials behind.
Yeah.
Or, I was just talking to one of the town clerks up in, I think it was the town of Chemung. They had the whole big hullabaloo, a couple of years ago, about getting in a big solar farm, and they said, and there's the box, all the permits, everything was done, not a piece of ground has been broken, because just, they don't know what's happened, it just disappeared, it just stopped.
Wow. So that's two new things that are going on. Now, new business. Luke resigned, and I really don't want to accept his resignation. He's a great guy, smart, easy to work with, And I just really, it just breaks my heart that he's leaving. But we'll have to accept it. We don't have have to, but I hate to. He wrote me a little resignation letter. It says, "Dear members of the Township Board, I'm writing to formally resign my position as Township Supervisor for Ridgebury Township, effective September 23rd, 2025. Serving this community has been a true honor, and I'm proud of the work we've accomplished together during my time in office. However, after much consideration, I have made the decision to step down in order to dedicate more time to my growing family. This was not an easy decision, as I care deeply about the well-being of our township and the people who call it home. I remain committed to supporting a smooth transition and continuing to contribute to improvements in our township. Thank you for the trust you have placed in me. I am grateful for the opportunity to have served and will continue to support our community in any way I can. Sincerely, Luke Jelliff, Township Supervisor." Well, Luke, I know you're not here, but I want to thank you for everything you've done for the township. You've been just awesome and done a lot of things for us. Regrettably, I make a motion to accept Luke's resignation.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Auditor vote. Okay, last meeting, it was brought up that maybe the elected auditors could do the audit. So I checked with a couple of the townships, and the ones that have the elected auditors, most of them have 3 auditors, almost all of them. There's only one that has, no, two that has 2 auditors. All the rest of the township use 3. And I have no problem with the elected auditors doing the audit, except I think this would be the wrong time to do it. I have a letter here from Matt Foster. I had asked him to elaborate on the bill he sent us, because it was rather high, and asked him to make a little bit more detail on that. So I'm going to read it so that you will understand why I don't want the elected auditors to do it at this time. Not that I don't think they're smart and qualified. Matt Foster is our CPA and the gentleman that does our audit. To whom it may concern. The following is the work that I did for Ridgebury Township during 2025. When I arrived for the audit in February, I realized that QuickBooks file had many issues. We worked all year on correcting issues. I performed a bank reconciliations for the payroll account for November and December so I could complete the 2024 audit. I made the recommendation to have Sarah complete the bank reconciliations every month to make sure everything is correct moving forward. Bill was for both audits, 23 and 24. I had issues getting the information for the sewage account for 2023. This is the reason for the late filing, which was February 24th, 2025. May 1st and 2nd of 2025, information for audit. I met with the bank over checking the accounts, helping Pat with issues in QuickBooks file and the QuickBooks Inuit account. June 17th of 2025, help with quarterlies and set up pension in QuickBooks. July 14th, 2025, QuickBooks issues. Training Sarah on how to reconcile bank accounts. We had an issue getting bank statements, and there were issues in QuickBooks with payroll. We did what we could and scheduled to come back the next week. July 21st, 2025, finishing training Sarah on reconciliating bank statements. Found many issues with the QuickBooks and bank statements. We fixed the issues with the payroll account. Matt Foster, CPA. So I believe we should just stick with Matt Foster for now. And because of the issues he has to take care of. And perhaps in the future, we can consider having the elected auditors come in. So we already, at the beginning of the year, in the reorganization meeting, we had, assigned made contract more or less with Matt Foster. So I would just like to make a official vote to continue with Matt Foster. So I'm making a motion that we continue with Matt Foster, the CPA, and our auditor.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Can I ask you a question about the audits?
Who? Oh, sure.
So you're just doing an annual audit every year, you haven't done any additional auditing?
Well, he's contracted to do an audit once a year, but he has to do a couple in between too for different, like for Gannon, they need an audit, and then he has the audit for there's different like groups that need the audit. But he is coming in more because as more or less the CPA to try and straighten out what he found when he was trying to do the audit.
So,
So he does it once a year, but he could do it more if we want him to. Now, he's gonna come in Monday and do another audit, because the lawyer said when a treasurer leaves, you have to have an audit when they leave.
that's what I was asking.
So he's gonna come in Monday and do a special audit.
Right, that's what I was asking. That's
Oh,
what I was
okay.
getting at.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand your
That's what I was
question.
trying to see if you had done additional audits.
Who's done the audit in the past?
He has,
He has?
yeah, he's done it for several
So
years.
what errors did he find? Like, if he's finding errors, didn't he find them
Well,
previously?
there's different errors that he found when he was doing the audit this year for
Just this, okay.
for
He does
23
a
and 24
different
and
kind of
25.
audit than the town auditors do.
Okay.
It's different.
That's
More in
correct.
depth or,
The town auditors do more in depth. than-
okay.
Right, they don't do a thorough, a CPA doesn't do
And
an
it's,
audit.
he
a thorough
offers,
audit.
he offers services plus an audit. They're separate
Okay.
And so he's
entities.
trying to straighten out our QuickBooks for us.
You could still have his
And this,
services without him doing the audit.
Well, I would rather him do it. Well, number one, we don't have 3 auditors, but elected auditors, which the other townships prefer to you have 3 when
We
they
do have
that.
an
We
election,
use 2.
the
but
same,
they
we do have an
prefer-
election coming up this coming month.
Yeah,
If someone wants to
To run?
basically run and be write-in and put the third person there, and
yeah,
then we wouldn't have that problem anymore, because we
yeah,
would
that would
have
be one
problems.
problem eliminated, that's
Yeah.
true.
Do you know what the difference between the CPA audit and the elected auditor's audit is?
Well, the elected auditors have Haley from, I think it's East Smithfield, said treasurer and secretary, gave us a booklet this thick to give to the elected auditors if we choose to use them, and it tells them everything they have to do.
Right, I'm just
It's
asking
like a
you, do you know
guideline.
the difference between the two?
Yes, I do. The township auditors do a more extensive, detailed audit than the auditor that comes and does it once a year. They do more detail.
Right. And you don't want to do that?
I do, but I want the books to be straight, because when they go to look at our files and they're not matching up, the
That-
files that they thumb through,
No, that has
Don't match
nothing
up.
to
Can
do,
the auditors
that has
sit
nothing
in
to
on
do
it?
with the township auditing. Nothing to do with it at all.
well, we're contracted with Matt Foster to the end of the year, so we can readdress this question when we do the reorganization meeting, because he's already contracted for the year in the reorganization meeting,
Who's
Matt Foster is.
Who's gonna?
So we can, bring this back, bring this up again after the election, see how that goes.
Oh, I don't
Is
know.
that what she's saying?
Yes,
I think we should
I'm just saying
table
that-
it for now and then just bring it up
I'm just
later.
saying that a CPA audit is just basically checking the QuickBooks, checking
Right.
the math,
right.
that's all they're doing.
He just balances
Correct,
the
but they're
books,
off.
is that what
That's
you're
right.
talking about?
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just balances the books, the auditor only balances the books.
That's
Yeah,
When
right.
your township auditors do a different job than
They
the auditor.
actually,
Well, I
they-
asked if we could do both. I said to our lawyer, can we do
can't.
both?
You
Can we
know that.
have Matt Foster do the audit and then have the elected auditors do another audit? And he said you can have one or the other, you can't use both.
you know that, you know
Why
that
would
you
you
can't
wanna
have
do
2 of
both?
them do it.
Why would you want to do both?
Because they wanted Pat wanted the elected auditors to do the audit.
That's
And
right.
Matt Foster does the other audit, but where there's so many mistakes in the audit that he has to do, I don't want.
That's the purpose of an audit.
I don't want the elected auditors to come in and have to deal with them, with
With all
things
the,
not
with
right.
all the mistakes that you
Not right.
mentioned during my year and a half doing the treasury, I welcomed the citizens to come in to look at those books. That was my idea. I wanted them in.
And I had no problem with them coming in, but I didn't realize we had to get rid of Matt Foster to have them do it, and I
You
didn't want to
did not have to
get
get rid of
Foster.
Matt Foster to have them do
He
it.
won't do the audit.
Well, that's
You
his
only have one
personal
set of
choice,
auditors.
because as a CPA, he could still offer support and
So the-
not do the audit.
So one thing that, like Bobby and Sean right now are doing a physical inventory. Do you know when the last time you had a physical inventory of the township's
Years ago.
assets? Right.
Years ago.
And if you had an audit, a real audit done by the township auditors, they do a physical inventory.
Right.
You have $1.5 million worth of inventory, you have no idea how much of it's still here.
Well, you know what happened? The ones that did the audit years ago, they don't have a copy of the audit that they did. So we can't even refer to it. Bobby was trying to find the past audit that they did, and it's nowhere to be found. And they didn't even keep a copy themselves when they did the audit for their records, because we tried to find out if we could get it, so that we can see.
My
compare it.
husband
they
did
don't
the
have it.
audit, he was asked to by the supervisors to do the audit over there.
Right, I'm aware he did it.
Okay,
Yeah.
he did the audit, and the procedure is, we take that audit and we hand them over to the supervisors, and that's exactly what he did. He did what he was supposed to do.
Correct, but you should have kept a copy so we'd have something to go by, because we can't find where they're at. So now Bobby has to do a new
Well, why would
audit.
he have to keep a copy if he gave the information to the
For a
township?
backup, I would always keep a copy of anything that I gave for a report.
But it was not a
keep
necessity,
it.
it was not part of the procedure.
Well, the biggest
I'm just
prob-
saying, I personally would have kept a
Actually, the
copy.
biggest problem at that time is we had a certain corrupt supervisor who made lots of things disappear around here,
The auditors-
including equipment.
The audit is also filed with the state.
Pardon?
The audit is also filed with the state. You have to file this audit by a certain
Yes,
date.
you do.
If you really wanted to find that audit, you could find it.
Well, we've been trying to find it. If you're more than, if you wanna,
It's filed with the state.
because it's so old, I don't know if they can find it or not. I will contact the state and ask if they have that audit, but it was really a long time ago. I don't know how long they keep records. We keep our audit forever, things that we have. So I'm sure it's here somewhere, but nobody can find where it is. Because we were looking for it. Everybody was looking for it. Sarah was looking, Pat was looking, Bobby was looking, I was looking, Luke was looking. So I feel that we should just set this issue aside and revisit it. That's what I think we should do that.
Well, as the treasurer
So,
who reigned during that period of time, I strongly disagree. I want to go down on record as saying that. I
okay,
do believe
so noted.
that the citizenry should come in and look through those books, particularly examine how the money is being spent now.
Yep,
That is something Matt Foster does not concern himself with. The citizens of the township may concern themselves with how the money is being spent now.
well, what we'll do is after the election, we'll revisit this conversation.
That'll be next month.
Yep, next month. And same with replacing Luke, we're gonna wait till after the election to replace Luke, because we have 30 days. Fall road inspection, Bobby, what do you have a date in mind? Or a
What's
time
good?
in mind?
What's good with Sarah? Gotta be a Monday or Tuesday, correct?
Yep, Monday or Tuesday for Sarah. Sarah, are you on the phone?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Were you looking for a response from me?
Yeah, we are gonna
Yes,
schedule the fall road inspection. You know how we did it last year? We drove around and you came
Yep.
and you took notes. Okay,
Yep, I can do that, just tell me when, I don't think
Okay,
I've
and
got
what-
anything
okay.
scheduled on my calendar for the next few weeks. Were you thinking about like the next few weeks?
I was thinking maybe, Tuesday, how about a Tuesday? Because that way the new treasurer, she would be available on Tuesdays, and that way she'd be in the office, and we can go out and do our thing. If you wanna do Tuesday the 21st or the 28th? You pick, you're busier than us.
No, it's whichever's easier for Bob to go. I don't know what projects they've got going on right now, so whatever's good for
Either
them
one,
and
it
anybody
doesn't
else. I'm
matter.
good any Tuesday.
Do it the 21st.
Okay, the 21st, Sarah.
Okay.
All right, 9 o'clock, Bob?
Yeah.
Is that all right with you, Terry? 21st at 9 o'clock?
Yep.
All right, let me just write this down on here. Hold on. 21st. Okay, next thing. The budget. Okay, so when I have a little discussion on the budget,
Fall roads.
any special time that you guys want to do that? Do you want to do it on the, Tuesday the 28th? Is that all right with you, Sarah? The budget?
Yep,
We can,
yep, what time?
what time do you want to do it? You want to do that at 9 o'clock too? Work on the budget?
Sounds great.
All right, 9 o'clock, the 28th budget.
Okay?
Is that open to the public?
Yes, it is. Anybody can come.
Are you gonna put an announcement in the paper?
Yes, we are. And then after we
9 o'clock in
have
the
it
morning?
tentative, then we'll
Yeah.
have it, we'll also have it for review for 20 days, after we tweak it and decide what we want to do. We'll put it on,
9 o'clock in the
we'll put it
morning.
out for people to, they can come and view it if they want.
What I heard also, could that be put up on like Facebook where people could see it? Sometimes getting into the office it's a little tricky for people with, goofy schedules.
Yeah, like 9 o'clock in the morning. Can't really be here.
Sarah,
Yep.
can you put it up on the sign and can you get it on Facebook?
Yep.
Okay, I'll let you put it on Facebook and on the sign, and plus we'll advertise it.
Yep.
Traditionally, they were always held at night, as I recall, in the evening.
The evening's a lot better for me than.
I don't understand. If
If you want to do it in the evening, I was just thinking that Sarah would be in the office. But if you want to do it in the evening, what time at night? I don't care when we do it.
6 or 7.
You want to do it at 6 o'clock?
Yeah, that'd be good.
How about, okay, Sarah, the 28th, the budget's going to be at 6 o'clock at night.
Okay.
Okay? And this is something that hadn't been done for a long time, where they've had the budget open. Usually, it's just done by the secretary and the treasurer. So this is a long time coming that we're gonna be able to have the budget where everybody can, come and put their opinion in on that. Halloween. What do you think, 6 to 8 on the 31st?
That's the way it's always been.
That's what it usually is.
Right on the day, Halloween day, 31st?
And the park's doing they're not gonna do the trunk and
The
treat.
park isn't doing it, the community is, there's community members.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the 25th, isn't it? Something like that?
Actually,
No.
that's being
What
held
is
by
that?
Bentley Creek Wesleyan Church. That's
Yeah, the church is
separate
doing
thing.
it, okay.
Yeah, they're doing something completely different.
They're trying to play catch up. That's what they're doing.
That's gonna be on a Saturday, right?
Saturday, it's gonna be a Saturday, yeah, trunk and treat
There's football games.
at church.
It is Halloween.
Yeah, I mean, it's Halloween, but there's football games too, so people might not.
Okay,
be able
so-
to do both, you know what I mean?
Do you wanna have it on Halloween, the 31st? I mean, that is Halloween.
Yes.
6 to 8 on the 31st?
I think,
Any input? Yeah, Bob?
Terry, you said the church was doing something on Saturday.
Saturday,
I think you oughta
I think it's the 25th.
coordinate with that, because if you're gonna want fire company for traffic control, I think one night's gonna be sufficient.
well, they're not doing it at night, they're doing it in the afternoon over at church.
2 to 4 in the parking lot.
That's it.
They're gonna need traffic control,
Did we have it last year?
somewhat. there was one or two people, but that's totally up to you. If you don't want it, that's fine, but
When are they doing the trunk and treat?
Well, the church might have their own people doing the traffic too.
Well, the thing is with
I
the
can ask the
Pumpkin Street,
church.
I think they were talking about like 6 to 8
Yeah, but I didn't know what day.
on the 31st, as far as I know. No, there's the one for the, that's the goofy thing. This year we have a trunk and treat going on over here in the park that people are trying to put together. We got one also on the 25th over here at the at Bentley Creek Wesleyan Church. And that kind of showed up a little bit late and
It might be best, like Bobby said, if the community members are doing a trunk and treat at the baseball field, to do trick or treating that night, because then you have them
everybody one
dropping
night.
it, everybody one night instead of,
2 nights.
I don't know.
And you were saying that the trunk and treat for the churches, you said,
I
The
think it's
25th,
Yeah, 25th.
And
and
it's
it's in the
25th.
afternoon?
2 to 4 in the afternoon.
Just, they're not gonna do it for 2 hours. Kids got a lot of things to play on.
There's a
Some
swing
food.
set
It's
there
all-
and
it's really all
park
I know
and
about it.
stuff, like a little play area.
I was saying, not quite as good as what they've done in the past, but
No, they don't wanna go that route.
so let's stick to the 31st. I mean, you know.
It is
you're right,
Halloween.
You do have the football games, but it is Halloween, you
It's
know.
Halloween.
I know, what
Most
is
spots even
Halloween
have
if you don't do it on
Halloween.
Halloween? I mean,
Not quite as,
Eva,
yeah,
when is the park having theirs?
I,
I didn't hear who was speaking.
oh, all right, when is the park? She couldn't hear your date.
It's not
Sarah-
a park.
Sarah, it's
Well, it's not a
Friday.
park event, it's an independent event. When is the independent event happening at the
I
park?
don't have Wi-Fi, I don't know.
Oh, I'll let you know, Sarah. I'll let you know.
you'll have to look it up on,
It's on Facebook. It's on the park Facebook, I think.
or on the people of Ridgebury.
Yeah, because I think I saw it on the Facebook.
Who's heading it?
Okay, but it's not a park.
No, it's not a park thing. It's independently run thing at the park,
Okay,
right? Independently run thing at the park.
It's a community
Okay.
member event
Okay,
at the parking lot of the Little League.
okay. Parking lot. Just look on Facebook. Okay. Halloween, 31st, 6 to 8. I make a motion, that's when we're gonna do trick or treating. What do you think?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. Okay,
Do you wish to have traffic control for that, or no?
Please.
traffic control for trick
other
or
words-
treating?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they've done it
Yeah,
for years.
kids crossing the turn.
Well, the thing is, if,
It's gonna be congested over here if you don't.
Bob, I'm gonna say yes.
All right.
Yeah, you can do traffic control.
I mean, it's very much appreciated. I'll tell you, when you come past the state line, it's
Oh, I
awesome to
know.
have, just even a truck with its lights flashing reminds you to slow down.
I would check with Michelle and make sure that's her date. I think I'm pretty sure it is.
Dave?
Yep.
Yeah, they slow down until they get about Durabelt, then they pick
Yeah.
up speed again. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but the thing is some of those kids know how to jump out of the way.
Right.
Okay. Now this is just something I'm gonna throw out there.
Uh-oh.
I know. I noticed that our gas bill is hooked to the fire department. Like, we've been paying the fire department's gas.
Natural
And our
gas?
Natural gas, yeah. Now, so I'm going, what's up with that? So I found out there's only one meter, okay, for both buildings, the garage and the fire department. So I called UGI and asked them, can you separate it? And they said, well, we can get a quote from a plumber and see how much it would cost to separate it. They will come down and do their part, you know, putting the meters on and overseeing it and everything. So I would like to at least check into it to see how much it would cost to separate it, because like February's gas bill was almost $700. And that's for the garage and the fire hall. So, I mean, I don't know, what are your feelings on this, Terry? If it doesn't cost too much, it almost might be worth it to have them do their own heat and we do our own heat. It's because it's only 1 meter, that's why. One
That's not the only
Right.
reason why.
Well,
That's what UGI told me. They
Well,
told me
that's
there was
what
only
UGI
one.
told you, but traditionally, that's kind of a donation to the fire company. It's a way that the township helps support the fire company by helping out with things like that. Like we share a well, we share all kinds of things. When expenses come along, like if the water treatment system needs to be redone, we share expenses. It's just the way the township has always helped the fire department.
And actually, with the meeting we were just at, one of the things they were talking about is how, the EMS services are under more and more pressure to do more and more stuff. And in that respect, we're already ahead of the game, where we're helping out, we help out a lot more than a lot of the townships are with their EMS, and I think it'd be good to continue to, if provided the township can continue to afford it, because otherwise, what's gonna happen? We're gonna have to increase taxes for the fire, so the fire department can, keep going. It keeps adding up for them.
It's
Well,
not
we gave them
broken.
a tax break, we did give
Yeah.
them a tax break, but that's for the individual people.
Yeah,
But I was thinking that in the beginning of the year, we just give them a donation
oh,
to them, they'd end up getting more money than us paying their gas.
They
But
get a
if you
donation
wanna
and
not do
that.
it, it's fine with me.
we do a donation already, but this is kind of in addition to, and I'll tell you what.
Okay.
So the fire department, are we giving extra money to for the fire department to come out for the community to do road, to put the trucks up and, come out there for trick or
It's
treat
always
night?
been like that. I don't,
Well, I
why
think
would you wanna change it?
It was just an idea that, it was just an idea.
It-
I mean, I don't,
So I just
We-
like
I
to
can-
throw
we
it out
cannot
there,
do
those
it.
guys show
Yeah.
up at your house at 4 o'clock in the morning in an ice storm and put the fire out. If we're gonna spend $400 in February to pay their gas bill, who cares,
I mean,
right? Like, I mean, those guys show up, they
Yeah, but
do.
they sometimes just show up at my house anyways,
I mean, yeah, I mean, Bobby just shows up sometimes too, but you know what I mean? Like, they do a lot, and like I don't know, they do a lot.
well, they do a lot, and I support the fire department, you can ask them, I do support them.
So
I
I just
think
feel like
keeping
that's
the bill
splitting
together would be
hairs.
best.
If you
and-
feel it's, I mean,
think
if
there's
it's
other
not a
things
good
to look
idea, I
at.
would just not do it. That's why I brought it up, to get people's opinions. And so I value your opinion, and so I won't do it. I won't even make a motion to do it.
I make a motion, we leave it as is for,
Okay, now I second it. Favor? Aye?
Aye.
All right. No, I have no problem with that. It was just an idea that was thrown out there. Because I do like giving them donations too.
let me ask Bobby, the new, your big air conditioner, is that also a heat pump?
Yes.
Okay, so you're using no gas for the community hall?
The heat does, yes.
It heats the hall.
It's an AC, it's a HVAC system, heating and cooling both.
Yeah, but that doesn't take natural gas.
Yes, the heating unit does.
It does.
Usually heat pumps, it's just the reverse of the condenser coil.
That uses natural gas.
Well, it probably uses natural gas once it gets just so cold. I mean, you can pull so much, but
But they're not gonna be having events and
Yeah,
they're not having
no more bingo, right?
Yeah.
No, they're
No.
just gonna rent it out, like if they have weddings or something like that.
Put a clause in your rental thing that they have to pay so much for that furnace.
No, that's okay, we're not gonna do it, it was just an idea that I was throwing out there. And UGI is gonna be working at sometime in October, they wouldn't tell us when, on Centerville Road again, Decker, Hanlon Hill, Johnston Road, and Centerville Road, Sturtevant Road. They're gonna be they don't anticipate closing the road this time, but they're just letting us know that they're gonna be doing stuff up there. Nothing to do with the project that they're that's gonna be doing next year. It's some other gas things that they were doing. They weren't too clear on it when they gave us the notice. Okay, cell phone. We were thinking, now they're just thinking about this. I'm gonna check in to see about a cell phone for the office because the bank, instead of giving us email for confirmation for certain accounts, they have to text your cell phone. We don't want to use a personal cell phone because that gave us issues in the past. Somebody getting numbers on their personal cell phone, and then if you're in the office and you're not that person, or if they don't work for us anymore, you can't get your numbers because you don't have a cell phone. So we're thinking of doing away with the rotary phone getting a cell phone, which you can put on Wi-Fi, so it will work, because you have the Wi-Fi hookup. We don't have to worry about losing power, because we're on the generator that we share with the fire department. So Sarah's gonna go and check out prices, check out plans, get the bare bones. All we need to do is have a phone that you can call on and get a text. That's the main thing. The bank totally will not do it except on a cell phone. So, anybody have any feelings on that? We just feel that our back is against the wall. We don't have a choice.
Problem is, more and more banks and other things are doing that, it gets a little annoying, and, you know, you find yourself wandering around the front yard trying to get a stupid text, you know.
Well, that's because, but if we sign up to the Wi-Fi, we can use our phones everywhere.
Sometimes.
What?
So you was trying to get rid of the landline? If you
And
get
keep
rid
the
of
same
land-
phone number, because the landline costs us a couple $100 a month.
What do you think a cell phone's gonna cost?
Well, normally if you get a bare bones smartphone, you can get it for $70, but we don't know if it's a business, if they'll charge you more. That's why Sarah's gonna check it out. And it was just a thought that we'd check it out, not say we're gonna do it.
So we'd have to call her, like Sarah would have it here in the thing, if we needed to call the office.
If you wanna call the office, the cell phone would be in the office at all times. It would belong to Ridgebury Township. And that way, it would have the same phone number. So nothing would change for anybody in the township. It's just that we can't get verification codes to get into accounts at the
What do
bank.
other townships do?
I don't know what they do. We have a sweep account, and that's the one that specifically needs a code to your cell phone. It won't call the phone. Like other banking things, they'll call the phone and just give you a number because we don't have texting on the landline. But the sweep account that we just joined, it requires a cell phone to be able to text.
Now, I know my son and my wife both use Mint Mobile. It's $15 a month unlimited, you know, for text and talk, not for data. And he's able to, with his, he can hook into the Wi-Fi.
Can you hook into Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
And but
What's it called? I'm gonna write it down.
Mint Mobile.
Mint Mobile?
MINT
And-
Mobile.
Yeah. And the other thing with that is that if you're going to look in that direction, whatever cell phone you get needs to be factory unlocked. If you get a phone and it's tied to, let's say, AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, or another carrier, you either have to have it unlocked or buy one that's unlocked straight from the factory.
Okay, and can you, and could you get unlimited calls on that?
Yes.
Because that would be a big plus, having
Yeah, and
unlimited
it's
calls.
$15 a month. They've had,
You can buy as many months as you like in advance.
So
I am
it's
concerned.
calling, texting, and
Yeah.
unlimited calls.
Yes.
Oh, all right, would you be, after the meeting, could you give me their contact number?
Sure.
Thank you, and we'll check into it.
Yep.
Because we just want something, cheap.
Now, my concern though is you get rid of the landline. If one nice thing is that's tied to the wall, no one's walking off with it. Cell phone, someone puts it in their pocket, they're not thinking about it, they walk out the door,
Drop it.
drop it, or
Is
smash
there
it.
a backup?
Suddenly, you don't have any way of communicating. In other words, and if there's an emergency, that phone might be your only lifeline.
So we
So-
could keep both, if it's only $15 a
Yeah,
month.
if $15 a month, you're not talking much, and
I just think it's outrageous
But
charging
it needs a
$200.
booster, it needs a booster for this building, and that has to be ordered also.
well, I was saying, if they have Wi-Fi for here,
You don't need a booster.
Yeah, they do,
I was saying,
but
they
like my cell phone doesn't work here at all.
No, here's the thing. So long as you are on Wi-Fi, you're good. That's all you need. You
Yeah.
don't need any cell service, like I can make calls and receive text back at the house with no problem, and we have no
well,
service.
that's why they put.
My cell phone is on the Wi-Fi here, but
Right.
it doesn't work.
My
If
cell-
you call it, it
Actually-
doesn't ring, it doesn't work.
I can demonstrate.
I asked the woman in the bank about that, and she said that is because in this building, you have to have a booster.
Well, if this is a problem, if I can receive the Wi-Fi password after the meeting, I could demonstrate by calling back to the house. And if that doesn't work, then
You can check on it.
Well, everybody else gets the signal, they can use their smartphones in our office. Sarah gets a signal,
And
anybody else that's
certain-
come in has been
I
able to
was saying,
signal,
certain
Bobby gets a
certain cell
signal.
phones work better than others.
Certain
Your
ones
phone
do,
settings,
yes.
It
your
must
phone
be her
settings also
phone.
have to be set
Mm.
to enable Wi-Fi calling on your.
Phone has to just be able to make Wi-Fi calls. There are some phones and some phone plans that are not, Wi-Fi calling is not available on it, whether it be the phone or the plan. So that's the difference. Your phone or the plan just has to have Wi-Fi calling available.
Okay, did you hear it? The
Yes.
phone or the plan just has to have it available. So that's why some people can get it and some can't. All right, so we'll check into the cell phone. I'll check into that Mint
But also
Mobile.
keep in mind, you're gonna have to have that landline for the fax.
The
You're
landline
not
is
doing
still
away with
there.
the landline, I hope.
So
Oh,
we'll
you're
check
not
into
doing
it.
away with the landline, are you?
No, I was thinking about it. I don't make any decisions without talking to everybody out here and to Terry. I was thinking about it because the thing costs $200 a month. That's a
No,
lot
that's
for a
because-
phone.
no,
That's
that-
not even Wi-Fi.
Now, isn't that because you also have the garage hooked to that?
Yes,
You have the garage and,
The
yes.
garage is Wi-Fi. This is,
Right there, the numbers.
this is, let's see. We have multiple lines that come into the office. Like,
okay,
there's like a bunch of them that come in. The garage is, what's your phone number at the garage, Bob? Do you remember it?
2671.
Okay, we got 2671, and then we
2731.
have in the office, 2731, I believe is the office. And then they charge for each individual call. Like if you had a cell phone, you don't pay for all these individual calls that comes from the
now, is
phone?
that long distance or local?
Oh, Sayre, Elmira, Towanda,
long
Troy,
distance.
So why don't you just ask them to
Wellsboro,
redo your plan?
You could
Williamsport.
eliminate all that if you had the $15 a month cell phone and you didn't use that.
In other words, if you're not using the long distance and you use your cell phone.
Then we'll save money, you're
Yeah.
right. Good thinking. Yeah, if we don't make any calls except on the cell phone, then we'll only have to pay the basic fee, which is like 20-some bucks, 22 and 29.
But local is very restrictive.
So if we use the
Practically
cell
everything
phone,
is long distance.
Well, that's if they had the Mint Mobile cell phone, they can make the long distance calls through that.
Then they would have to get a phone for the garage, because the garage makes quite a few calls.
Shame on you.
They do Elmira, you know, they order things.
so it's just a thought. We can check.
What's these other two numbers? 2671, is that this one?
One is, it might be this one.
It's probably a line from Marty's old office.
You got 4 links on this thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna call up and find out. I just noticed the bill the other day. I'm going,
Now,
oh, this is a lot
is
for a
the-
phone bill.
Is the ambulance got its own line?
That's separate.
Okay,
They're separate. And the fire department's separate, right? Right, Bobby? So it'd be the office, you,
Do you have a fax
Then
number?
us.
you brought up a fax
Fax
number?
number.
There's
a fax number on
You have
there
an
for
office
here.
number, a fax
There might be the
number,
fax.
yeah,
That should give you 4.
in the shop.
so maybe there won't be a way to reduce the bill. Maybe there will, maybe there won't.
Have somebody
Well,
come
how
and
much
talk
are
to
they
you.
charging for the long
I'll
distance
just talk to
calls?
somebody and see.
How much are they charging for the long distance calls? That would be,
But we do need to get a cell phone because of the bank. If we can't, then I don't know what we're gonna do. We'll have to think about that. We're gonna check into the Mint Mobile though. Next thing. We have a check that we're gonna be putting into the fire department for $11,928.22. It's from the Volunteer Fire Relief Association. They give us the check, but then we give it to the fire department. So I'm just letting you know that we're gonna be giving that to the fire department, letting you know how much it is. Landscaping in front of the building. Terry's been working out there. You know how it was all weeds and everything over on the left side? He's got rid of it all. In the spring, we're gonna we plan on putting dirt, mulch, and maybe planting a bunch of hostas because they multiply. And they have little flowers that come out of the middle of them. But if anybody has any ideas for the landscaping, we welcome anybody's ideas. This is just something that we were talking over, because it looks really ratty out there.
We wanna
I'm trying
save
to
room
make
for
it
the
nice.
waterfalls too, you know.
Yeah, you're gonna put some waterfalls in, yeah. But, so think about it, you got to the spring, if anybody has any ideas other than what we were thinking of doing. Let's see. Road crew, all right. The road crew made a request that they want to take, the foreman take home a truck between November 1st and 4/1. A couple other towns are doing it.
And you're talking
So we were
big
thinking,
plow
when it
trucks?
snows, it's snow. So I was thinking, me and I don't know what Terry's feelings are on this, but that's a long time to have the truck go there, November 1st to April 1st. We were thinking that maybe, say it's gonna snow, they advertise in snow for the week. They could take a truck home that week, that they're gonna say there's gonna be snow. Insurance will pay for it as long as they tell us when they're taking it home and when they bring it back. So what are your feelings on that, them having a
Is
truck when
that
it's
so
gonna
you
snow?
can get back here, plow back to here and start?
No, basically, it's for the road foreman going out and checking the roads.
You're not talking a dump truck?
Well, no, the pickup.
Oh, the small
Well,
truck?
It'd be a dump truck if that's what you wanna call it.
Not, you're talking about the small?
Not a big truck, no.
Right, the 550.
Right.
Because he has to inspect the road, see how much it's snowing, right, Bobby? See if it's
That's
time to
basically,
plow or
yes.
not time to plow. And it'll be a little, then his own vehicle won't be going out and, from his house and wrecking his own car if something should happen.
It's just something the other townships around us are doing. They've been doing it for a couple of years now. They actually do it from September to April. But just something we brought up, we were discussing,
But if there's no snow, bad weather in the forecast,
they still take it home regardless.
no matter what.
Yep.
So can I ask a question about that? Would that be something like, say, a tree is down or whatever, that you could
Absolutely.
take that truck, I mean, that isn't in the forecast, right? But
Right.
a bunch of these dead ash trees fall down and block the road, you could have that there.
Without having to come to the
Come here,
garage,
get it,
do the
right,
truck.
it would make life easier,
Just
right?
another, exactly. It was just something we brought up and see where it went. If it went, it did. If it didn't, we'll carry on the way we've been going.
So,
Are you talking two people with two trucks or
I said just the foreman like the other.
just a foreman? Yeah. I don't have a problem with it.
so do you want to do it just when it's a threatening snow, or do you want to do it 11/1 to 4/1?
Well, whatever, I'm listening to Bob, so.
No, I mean, worst case scenario, we find out there's a problem, we stop doing it. If it works out, great, we win.
So do you want to do it 11/1 to 4/1? What are your feelings? You guys have opinions out there too. I mean, what are your feelings on
In the
11/1 to
wintertime,
4/1?
winds can kick up, like, it doesn't have to be a snowstorm,
Yeah, I
winds
don't
can
think-
kick up, and if the trees are already heavy with snow, they're gonna go down, like,
I don't think
Yeah.
it's a bad idea.
Okay,
I think it could be a bad idea, but in this situation, I don't think it is. If your road foreman was not reliable, and then your truck is wherever the hell
Can you
your
have
truck
whoever
is.
stop and speak up?
oh, okay. Could you speak up just a little bit? It's
Oh.
Scott, he's got a great idea. Go ahead.
Oh,
I
okay,
see.
yeah, I want to hear it.
I said, I think it's a good idea in this situation. The only downfall I could see is if your road foreman was not reliable, and he wasn't available and your truck was gone, and then you're down a truck, but I don't think we have that problem.
I agree.
So,
Yes, Bobby is wonderful.
I'm okay with it.
It's not a,
Right.
it's for just back and forth through work. It's not to do your personal
Oh, yeah.
running.
Right.
And we know you wouldn't do that, Bob. Okay, so I'll make a motion that we let the road crew take the trucks home November,
the road-
one truck, I mean.
Road foreman.
Road foreman, that's crew. See, crew was on the agenda. Taking crew off, I mean, right, foreman. Okay, road foreman. Be able to take a truck home November 1st, 2025 to April 1st, 2026. And he just needs to use it to go back and forth from work and to take care of any issues with trees, snow, etc. I make a motion that we do that.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Fall cleanup. Just want to remind you that October 11th is fall cleanup, 7 to 11. And if you go to our website, it will give you the specifications. Don't go to Facebook because some people have put on the old 2024 rules of what you can bring, and it's a little bit different on the tire section. So go to our website and that will tell you. Plus I posted it on the door, and there's some over there. I had to white out the one part that was different. Hire a new treasurer.
I'll back up to cleanup.
Yeah,
On that, I don't know who's gonna be out here taking the money or whatever,
I do the money for tires and he does it for coming in.
but in the past, it's been congested. I know everybody tries to come at one time, but we need to make 2 lines coming in.
Can't do it 2 lines. with
We
one-
can. They
with
need to
one people.
alternate when they're coming in.
With one person, you can't do 2
You
lines.
can. This one goes and this one goes. That one goes and this one goes. I'll do it if you want me to. You can go throw tires. But I'm tired of pulling everybody out of the ditch over here on the corner because people can't drive and they're congesting the turnpike. They need to make 2 lines coming in and you alternate them going through the line. It's simple. I'll do it if I have to.
I'll alternate them, huh?
Well, do you want to have,
Well, I'll give it a shot.
do you want to
Maybe
do?
Bobby can just show,
I do show them every year.
get some crayons and paper and write it out.
All right, you're gonna give it a try and see what happens? And if it starts getting out of control, like people try to jump ahead of each other or something, then we'll just get Bobby over there with a club. Okay. All right, fall cleanup. Hire a new treasurer. Okay, Pat's resigned, and we advertised in the paper. We were lucky enough to find someone. She has a wonderful resume she sent us. Her name is Jolyn Park. She's already a treasurer secretary over at, I believe, Columbia. She will be able to work Tuesday and Thursdays, half day. So we offered her $22 an hour, which she accepted. It's less than she's making there. So I'd make a motion to hire the new treasurer, Jolyn Park, at $22 an hour.
I'll say.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
When does she start?
She started today.
Okay.
We had to get payroll done, and so we were fortunate enough to be able to get her to come in short notice.
I know I didn't get my pay.
Your pay is in that envelope right there.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
she did the direct deposit, and that's the slip for the direct deposit.
I didn't get credit for it. When was it going into effect?
It probably didn't come in it might not have come in the same day because it was late in the day that she did it.
Mine was pending this afternoon.
Yours was pending? Okay. Let's see. Public Works Expo. Oh, okay. There is a Public Works Expo that our road crew has been invited to, along with road crews of every township. PSAPS is putting it on. It is 100% refundable because it's in the winter. What if it snows? So they guaranteed it's 100% refundable if it snows. If it snows statewide, then they're gonna reschedule the whole thing. But if it's just Ridgebury, say, not there, they will give us a refund. It is December 15th and 16th in the Poconos, Kalahari Resort. And they picked that because they're under construction, so they don't care if they dig up everything with the equipment that they're going to be showing at this expo. Everybody can have on hands live demonstrations.
That explains what the PennDOT guy was talking about, digging up the parking lot.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah. They're gonna have educational tracks, public works, roads, worker safety. If interested, we don't do this, flagger certification class is free if they wanna do that. It's $159 for each person to go. They have a special room rate, $159 a night. They'll only spend one night. They'll drive up and then they'll spend the night, go to class and then drive back. So it would be one night in a hotel and then $159 for each man. And I asked them if they'd like to go and they said, they're so conscientious. They go, only if it's refundable, because if it snows, we're not gonna go. And of course, they won't go. So I'd like to make a motion to send them. Other townships are doing it, and it's supposed to be to help them, better them. And I always believe that employees should get extended, training whenever possible. And PSAPs they have a good show. They know how to do things right. So, Terry, what are your feelings on this? I'd like to send them.
I'll second your motion.
All right, I'll make a motion that we send Bobby Leonard and Sean Hart to the Public Works Expo that PSAPs is putting on. And you said you seconded? All in favor? Aye. So Bobby, you have to register before October 31st to get the discount, that special discount price. Let's see here. Just making sure I got everything. I got everything. Oh, no. Okay, the next meeting, I just want to tell you, it's elections in November. So instead of Tuesday, it's the 4th, it's going to be November the 5th. Same time, 7 o'clock, just a day later, because of the elections are using our room here to vote. So I just want to remind everybody of that, and we'll put it on the board too, so that they won't just come, think we're not having it or something. Let's see, citizens comment general. Pat Scala, please.
Yes, as you know, Ron filled out a right to know form, and the township was given a check to cover what was taken out, what was copied. And in that regard, I would like to ask you about a mileage request you put in and was paid for. And it was to go to Hershey. And you used the township truck.
What?
You used the township truck.
No, I took my Explorer.
It says truck.
I never took a truck. Bobby, did I ever take any of your
Not
trucks?
that I'm aware of.
Well, that's good to know, because
No, I took my car, my Explorer.
And I look at another mileage report, and it is saying that you went up to Elmira, Staples in Elmira, and you did this on a Saturday. And on 2 occasions, you did that for 88 miles. And I do happen to know that you belong to Weight Watchers. And you used to go up to Weight Watchers on Saturday, and you would say, well, if we need anything, I'll walk over to Staples and get it. But yet you put in for the township to pay you that money. Now, you can deny it, but I know for a fact you were in Weight Watchers.
I have not been to a Weight Watchers meeting for over a year. I have not gone for over a year.
You told us, now you're lying. Now you are lying, you told us.
No, because if I go to Weight Watchers, I will stop at Staples. But I did not go to Weight Watchers for a very long time.
This is
And I
April.
have been to Staples numerous times for free. And I have been to Staples numerous times for free. I have
No,
been.
you haven't.
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't, because
Well, I'm not gonna argue with you.
you have other Staples mileage down. But I do know, on Saturday, you used to go up to Weight Watchers. Yes, you did.
I
Yeah,
never
oh, yes,
charged.
you did. Okay, you deny it, because I found during the time I spent with you that you were very, very untruthful.
Well, Pat, I appreciate your opinion, but I can.
You don't appreciate my opinion.
I do appreciate your opinion.
But I do know
Sorry you
for a
feel that
fact you
way.
were in Weight Watchers at that time, and you charged the township for that mileage. Yes, you did.
No, when I go to Weight
Now, I
Watchers, I
asked
do not
you-
charge.
I said, would you read my resignation at the next meeting? You refused to do that.
You wanna know
So
why?
I am going to read it.
Oh, you're more than welcome to read it, but let me just say
October
why.
1st, 2025. Effective immediately, I resign my position as treasurer of Ridgebury Township. The environment in which I perform the duties of treasurer is hostile and destructive, forcing me to focus more on trying to keep the job I was hired to do intact than performing the job itself. I was forced to focus on the survival of the job as it was being threatened by Supervisor DeCanto and the outside forces that she injected into the duties itself, making the township accounts unpredictable and unstable. There were certain decisions affecting township spending made by Supervisor DeCanto that I was not comfortable with. Protocol was not being followed as it should. My request of township auditors to do this year's upcoming audit was denied. In practice, feedback from my predecessor was respected and taken into consideration when making plans for upcoming audit. Tammy's opinion was always asked. DeCanto was and still is vehemently against our capable elected auditors performing the audit, and in response to my support of the elected auditors, has created a hostile work environment in retaliation. My work is scrutinized for a gotcha result. Right or wrong and documented, DeCanto has stated that all mistakes attributed to me is reported to the other supervisors. On Monday, September 30th, I was confronted by DeCanto over a member of PSATS and a copy of a UI report that is sent to them. This confrontation resulted in DeCanto shouting loudly at me in the presence of my co-worker on the matter. DeCanto also shouting that the books were out of balance, even though account reconciliations show the accounts were indeed balanced, and the reconciliations that were done by me. Was flattered when offered the position of treasurer of Ridgebury more than a year ago. My extensive background in bookkeeping certainly earned me consideration for the job. My honesty and integrity in financial matters are undisputable. Keeping in mind the trust that the residents of Ridgebury put into the treasurer of their town and the hostile environment that surrounds the job, I find I must submit my resignation respectfully.
Okay, I just want to tell you the reason I didn't read it is because October 1st, we had accepted your resignation, and it was already done at that meeting. And you did not ask me to read it at that meeting, or I would have been happy
Just
to.
a little technicality, right?
And I would have
That's
been
an
happy to.
excuse.
Well, I can't
You weren't
address your
prevented
letter.
tonight from reading it. Nothing prevented you
No,
from doing
you
that.
could read it.
Oh, okay. We
I
just
just
make
want to
that clear.
say, I can't address your resignation with any comment because it would jeopardize personnel files, and what goes on in the personnel file is private, and we're not allowed to make it public, so I'm not gonna address your resignation letter on those grounds, because I do not want to breach that rule. So I thank you for your past service. I'm sorry you feel I was hostile. If pointing out mistakes was being hostile, then I was being hostile if I pointed out your mistakes. because all I was doing.
My mistakes were
No,
very
Amy.
minimal.
Remember, you just said you're not gonna comment.
Yep,
So
I'm
your
not
best-
gonna say what they
Your best
are.
bet is to
No.
stop right there
Okay,
before you dig yourself a hole.
okay,
I
I'll
know you
stop.
want to, but you don't do it.
Okay,
In other words, just say thank you,
okay.
and then we go on.
My
Okay,
mistakes
we'll
were
go thank
very
you and go
minimal.
We will, I can't discuss them, as Mr. Baker pointed out, I can't discuss. So I will just thank you for your comment, and we're gonna have to go on, with the meeting. And, Ron Scala, do you have a statement that you wanna make?
No, he doesn't. I
Okay.
put his name down to
Okay.
for extra time if I needed it.
Kathy Jo, do you have a statement you'd like to make?
Yeah, I'm just, the park has their last chicken barbecue on October 26th. And then the park will be closing for the year, after the
Eva, can
Halloween
you have her speak up,
events.
please?
Oh, I'm sorry, could you speak up so Sarah can hear? She's taking notes.
The park will be having their last chicken barbecue of the year on October 26th. And then the park will be closing after the Halloween events on the 31st, pending weather. I mean, if it's nice out, we might wait another week or so, but we'll be closing up for the winter. We'll meet again in January to set our dates for next year. And we're still always looking for volunteers and help.
Okay, thank you very much.
Are
You
there-
have the best barbecue.
Is the gate gonna be locked, or is that gonna remain open? Because every day, there are at least a half a dozen people that go out and walk the trail. I just asking whether they're gonna be able to drive out there, or they're gonna have to walk from the bar park, yeah. The ball,
I think we left.
Little
We
league
left it
open.
open last year. Now that we have the security cameras, I think we'll be able to leave it open,
there's at least half a dozen people that walk that every day, every morning.
which I think is a good thing.
Hell yeah, they're using it.
It's getting used, the walking path is getting used. I've had a couple comments that they're grateful for it. So I think we'll leave the gate unlocked, but the swings itself, like the equipment will probably come down
Okay.
for the winter. And again, it's weather pending. If it's gonna be nice like this, I
Right.
think we've left the stuff up in the past, but it
Well,
just depends on the weather.
The kids swings and all that stuff will be taken down, because we kept them out of the winters since
Yeah,
what,
the weather.
2011 or something like that,
Yeah,
and they're still in good shape, so.
and we are looking to get a sign put up to try and get people to go back the road. We noticed we can sell more chickens if they know where to turn, so we are getting some quotes on a sign for like
Send
park
them around
entrance to go out and around.
Yeah, you guys do make the best chicken barbecue.
Because I can't be dancing in the
Really
chicken
good.
costume forever, so we're getting a sign.
Wow, that's a visual we didn't need.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Does anybody have any other things?
Yeah, I have one more comment, and that has to do with the old computer, the desktop that's in there. I was going to call the Geek Squad to come in and to back up the contents of that computer into a cloud. And for whatever reason, that was dismissed. I don't think that you are aware that in that old computer, I think it's dated 2009, there are records in there. And records that are not kept in the file, they were instead kept in the computer. And those are records that the township is supposed to retain for a certain number of years, and they may also involve records that should be kept for infinity. So while you're ignoring that and letting it crash because it's having troubles loading up Windows, I just want you to be aware that there are many files in there that
Thank
should
you.
be retained.
Excuse me? If
Thank
I
you.
may speak on this myself, since I actually have a background in technology. I have a friend recently with a computer also dating back to 2009 whose hard drive completely crashed and wiped the entire system. My suggestion, do not back up into the cloud. The cloud is faulty, and if the service goes down, your files are missing. Rather, there is a rule called the 3-2-1 rule. You want 3 backups on 2 separate formats. Let's say one on a physical hard drive and the other one on an SSD or DVD, you get the idea. With one in a separate location in the event that, let's say, a fire happens, there's a mass shooting or mini shooting, something of that variety. The computer gets destroyed, the backup gets destroyed. The other one, which let's say is over in the fire hall or somewhere else secure, is safe. That would be my personal recommendation going forward, and I think is not a bad idea.
But this computer will only take a disk. That's the only thing you can back up on is a disk.
If I may interject, all you have to do to make a backup, you shut down the computer, remove the hard drive, put that hard drive into another computer that's able to make a full and perfect clone of it onto a third hard drive.
Well,
Or second hard drive.
maybe they want to get a technician in to do that. But there are records on it that should be retained and it should not be allowed to crash and die.
Well, before the month's out, before next meeting, we'll.
Because I discussed that with you and you said to me,
And,
you said the townships, that the secretaries in the other townships do not work on desktops. So therefore, we're going to do what the other secretaries do, which really has nothing to do with the issue. But that was the response I
Well,
got.
I will,
And Gabriel does quite a bit of
I
that.
will listen to you, Gabriel, and,
Yes,
And he has the
maybe
equipment.
we can even,
I was actually going to
see if
say,
you could do it.
not to
if we're allowed
advertise
to.
too hard, but I do that on a semi-regular basis and do have the equipment and software available to do so.
I will look into that, and I'll
Thank
be talking to you about that, thank you. Thank you for your knowledge, appreciate it. Just one more comment,
Ava?
I have one quick item. So we were here a few months ago on the sewer system for the Long residents.
oh, I thought that was done and over with.
Well, we thought so too.
It's bad.
And it is done. It's been signed off by the sanitation committee, but DEP requires a current signature to be applied for the final application to go to DEP. So I didn't realize, I'm here on behalf of Dave Young, that Sarah wouldn't be at the meeting, but I kind of need the secretary's signature and the township seal on these papers.
Okay, she's gonna be back Monday. Do
Okay.
you wanna leave them with me, and then I
I would
can,
love to.
call?
I live 3 miles away, so you just tell me when I can stop at her door,
All right,
I will do that.
yep, she'll be in Monday, and we'll get your seal and everything, and do you have your phone number on there, or your name or something, I can call you?
I will give you my card.
Okay, oh, that's even better, a card.
Has a
Alright.
cell phone.
All right, and as soon as she gets in, I'll have her do this Monday, when she first comes in.
Okay.
And so you'll probably hear from me on Monday.
If we had fancy phones, you could stick it in there and Sarah could be
Yeah, they
signing.
have
I
it
know,
now.
there you go.
They
No,
put
be
this
quiet.
in it.
All right.
Thank you.
The only
Everybody else
problem.
okay? Nothing you wanna talk about? You guys good?
The
Okay.
only problem.
Oh, second?
They-
I got all of
I'm sorry.
I have one quick thing.
Oh, sorry.
The material for the roads.
She's
Are you guys satisfied with the material you guys got this year with the
She's not
road?
bonded
roads?
yet, no?
Bobby, question for you.
Just
You're
a
the one
minute.
that works the roads.
I got a question. You hired somebody for, treasurer?
Yes,
You did? She bonded? Or he bonded?
she will be bonded, yes, she put in
She
her
will
bond for
be- She
Gannon.
will be when?
This Thursday, when she comes to work, she's gonna get
She's
bonded.
gonna be bonded when?
Thursday, when she comes to work.
When she comes to work, she's gonna be bonded?
She's gonna fill out Gannon to get
Okay, it
bonded.
takes a while to get bonded, so she's not gonna be bonded.
She's
So she's
bonded
gonna be
in-
working on the financials without a bond. And whoever did the
So did
payroll,
you didn't have a
whoever
bond
did
right
the
away.
payroll wasn't bonded.
You can't get a bond right away.
I
It
know,
doesn't
either
work
could
that
your
way.
wife, and she did our,
Okay.
a meeting adjourned.
Lower your voice.
Oh, wait, somebody's on the phone.
Yeah, she can hear it.
Wait, we
can
never
hear
actually
you.
finished your question.
No, it takes a while to be bonded. I'm dead, so I owe.
Oh, yeah, it does take a while to
You
get
know.
bonded, it's not an instantaneous thing, it's not instant, no. Even
Right,
Pat
it
had to
isn't.
wait to get bonded, yeah,
Right.
it's not instant.
That's right. So she's coming in Thursday, she's not bonded, she can't touch those books.
It takes a week to get bonded, Sarah
It
just got
doesn't
bonded.
take, it does not take a week.
Well, Sarah just got bonded, it took a week
The
for
time
her.
that I
Listen
filled out
to
the
her.
application until I got bonded, I believe it was about a week.
It takes a little longer than that, because they have to do
Well,
a search.
Sarah's not lying, she got
I'm
bonded.
just telling you that, I know, because I've been through this.
It doesn't,
It
nothing's
takes,
instantaneous.
it doesn't go overnight like that, not a week,
I wasn't
not
bonded
2
in a
weeks,
week.
No,
not
nothing's
even a
overnight.
month, it takes a little longer.
It didn't with mine. I'm just telling you my experience. It was just about a month ago.
Who'd you get it with?
Gannon, or Gannon, right?
Who's the bond,
Selective.
who's your bondsman?
Meeting adjourned. We already voted to adjourn it.
Yeah, I've never got an answer to that. I don't know who's the
I
bondsman.
don't know who did
Bye,
the
honey.
payroll, whoever did the payroll is not bonded, that I